Stefanos,
Sorry.
your YouTube subscribers have doubled since that interview. Is there more pressure on your next YouTube video or your first Slam semi-final?
Oh my God, really? Okay, I didn't know it was good. I didn't know it's gonna have such an impact. What I said, didn't check it yet. But yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna be more careful when I'm gonna post my next video. I'm gonna continue doing it. Doesn't change anything in my as a person. I'm gonna try to remain the same. It's nice to be having those nice results, but most importantly, it's important to stay who you are and yeah, not think too much of yourself. So I'm gonna continue making those videos, and there's no pressure, none at all, 0%.
Stefanos, have you surprised yourself with the quality of your performances and the way that you've come back and produced them each time?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Have you surprised yourself with the quality of your performances and the way that you've reproduced them in each round?
A little bit, yeah. It's you know, so you have a bigger picture of your opponent when he's gonna come out, and you think that he's gonna do some extraordinary things. And but Roberto was playing great today. He showed some good tennis the entire week, but at the end, it's completely different of what you can picture it before going on the court, and what you can imagine how your opponent can play, or your opponent feels exact. What I realized recently, that your opponent feels the exact same thing like you feel. So it's a pretty balanced match, but the difference is who's gonna press more and be more aggressive than the other. But I did surprise a little bit myself with my performance. Yeah.
You were called for a coaching violation at the end of the third set.
Yes.
Can you just explain what happened there? Was it Patrick?
It wasn't a coaching violation, actually. All my father coach, he told me to drink more, and that was it. And that counted as a coaching violation. I didn't know that.
Stefanos, since you beat Roger, I know your family are here, but do you have any idea of what the reaction has been back home in Greece? Have you had a lot of messages of support?
No clue. Only thing I've seen is some posts, some magazine photos, but I really want to know what it is back there, how it is back there.
Just wondering if you had any messages of support from home?
Of course, I had a lot of messages. I have a lot of messages, which I haven't replied to yet. Otherwise, it would take too much time. But yeah, people seem to care, and I like that. That's a nice feeling.
Stefanos, you said backing it up was the tough part, the win over Roger. Can you take us through how the last 2 days were, and recovering from that match and preparing for this?
It was really tough. First night was tough to process. In the beginning, it was tough to fall asleep, to be honest with you. Took me I had a pain in my toe, which kept me awake. And in general, I felt a bit of pain in my body and tension. So yeah, first night was tough. Slept less than 6 hours. Was worried about my next match, if I'm gonna be able to, get some good sleep the day before. Slept pretty well the other night. Received a lot of messages, a lot of congrats from people, from celebrities back home, which I never thought they were watching tennis, and kind of felt like the whole thing has a big impact in the country. So yeah, lots of messages, lots of congratulations from people, congratulating me, sending me videos, photos, whatever, and yeah. I did want to concentrate on my next match. I knew that that win against Federer was important, and played a huge role in my image, in who I am, But I knew that the biggest challenge was today's match, that I can prove myself once again.
Who are the celebrities? Can you say, were them movie people?
I'm pretty sure you don't know them. I mean, they're Greek celebrities. They are not worldwide known.
You said on the court that your goal for this year was to go to the semifinals in Grand Slams.
Exactly.
Why only semifinals?
That's the first step. That's from where you start and then you move on.
So you're satisfied now, or you want to go?
That I'm happy that I reached my goal, but that's like the starting point to go deeper. You know, that's like the minimum I would call it.
Can you talk a little bit about your relationship with Patrick and kind of what he's bringing, having him in your camp, what that's bringing to you, your game and your mindset?
He does bring me a lot of confidence in my game. He has been. He actually isn't talking much. I will tell you that, but whatever he says is so right and so on point that if I do that, most of the time it's actually right, and it's working. So I don't know. That's kind of a skill, I would say. It's from people to be, so direct and so right on what they're saying one time, and not talking too much here and there, making you feel confused, and that's what I appreciate and admire about him. And I don't know what other people think of him as a coach, but I think he's one of the best coaches that I've ever met until now.
First of all, Sikaritiria, congratulations in Greek, and coming from a bold journalist, do you ever think that the long hair could create problems to you when you have to move? You remember about Federer, they cut it after a while. Sorry for the technical question.
No. Yeah, that's why I'm hiring a hairdresser next week. That's why I wear a headband. Otherwise, I would be in huge trouble during a match. I like it. It's my trademark. It's my signature. I'm gonna keep it. I'll tell you that.
How, why, and when did you start making your videos that you post on YouTube? And why is that something that you enjoy doing? And is it something that you think maybe can help your professional tennis life because it gives you satisfaction away from the court, maybe puts your mind at ease? I'm wondering how that's an important part of you.
I started last year, inspired by some other people, and when I'm desperate sometimes, when I feel down and I do these videos, I actually feel better, and it makes me realize that tennis is not the most important thing in life, that we all have some other talents that we don't know about, so it kind of makes me more relaxed and kind of, I don't know, it just gives me a better understanding and idea of life, filmmaking and photography. I think there's a lot of things you can learn from that, and it relaxes me. I see it as a hobby, and it's a good hobby because I can carry all this stuff with to all these nice locations that I visit around the world and create things. The most satisfying thing about that is creating. That's what I love about it.
What's the biggest advantage that being born in such a family with your dad and mom have some connection with the tennis sports? And have you ever...
What's the biggest?
Sorry.
I cannot
what's
hear
the
what
biggest advantage to be born in such a family with your dad and mom has a connection with tennis sports? And have you ever considered that to be a cyber celebrity instead of a tennis player?
Me?
Yeah.
It's very... I start with the first one. Yeah, it's very important to have both parents involved in tennis from a very young age. I was different. I know there are some players that were traveling in the tour from a very young age with their brother and or their sister, and that also helped a lot on their development. I didn't have that. I started all by myself playing Tennis Europe and everything, and in the beginning I had my mom coming to the tournaments with me, then all switched, my dad started coming. I think it's important to have a family that's so well connected with tennis and has a good understanding of what's going on. Many parents have no clue of what they should do for their kids, and I feel lucky that I have such parents that know a lot about this game. And second question was if I feel like a...
Cyber celebrity, internet celebrity.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I only have like a couple of thousand followers. It's not a big deal, huh? No, I don't feel like. I feel like I'm getting there, but not yet.
Stefanos, on the first part of that question, how close did you ever get to moving to Australia and playing as an Australian citizen?
I mean, not really that close as people. It's disappointing. I guess for them, yeah. But for me, I'm proud to be Greek and to be representing the blue and white colors of that flag.
Do you feel like you've been adopted sort of as an Australian in this tournament? The crowd seems to have been behind you in all the games and all the matches.
I do feel like that, yeah, for sure.
You're 1 win away from reaching the same mark Marcos Bagdatis reached a decade ago. Have you had much to do with him across this tournament, communication-wise?
Yeah. I asked him the other day. I sent him a message 1 week ago, asking him if he's gonna play doubles because we agreed playing doubles here, and it was all arranged, you know. He lost qualis, but I was expecting he's gonna stay to play, you know. And then he texted me and said that he was actually in Cyprus. I had no clue. And yeah, that we're not gonna play doubles, so we withdrew from doubles. I think it was a good idea, and I will actually thank him later that he left to Cyprus. I think it definitely helped than having to stay and play doubles. Waste of energy.
What has he said about your performance so far?
I haven't talked to him. I haven't got in touch yet with him, but I'm pretty sure he's happy. We're good friends, so I mean, I want the best for him as well. He's been playing years on the tour, and I still want him to do well. I think he deserves to be playing well. He has a good game, and I'm pretty sure he wants the same from me. So it's a nice connection that we have.
Because we won't see you tonight, can you give us the lowdown on your potential opponent? So could you just let us talk about Nadal first, and then talk about Tifo and the challenges they represent?
Nadal, I played him twice, once in clay, once hard court. I felt very close of beating him in Toronto, although the score was 6-2, 7-6. I remember coming back to the locker room and promising to myself I'm gonna do much better next time against him, and it felt like I understood a bit better what he was doing on the court after that match, and especially on hard court. On clay was a different story. I felt like I had no chance after losing in Barcelona 6-1, 6-2. I felt like he's in complete another level on clay than on hard. So it's gonna be interesting. I feel alright with my game. I feel like I can do something good against him. About Tiafoe, I've played him a couple of times. Good next-gen player. Funny guy as well. Nice to have guys like him on the tour. Entertaining and just a different personality. So yeah, I do respect Tiafoe as well. We played a good match in Milan a few months ago, the next-gen finals, and it was a good show. If Tiafoe wins, I think it would be nice also for the next-gen campaign to have a semi-final of two next-gen players face one another in such an important tournament.
I remember how much you enjoyed the camera in Perth that was back there in the hallway going onto the stadium at Hopman Cup. And I'm curious, you've seen there's way more cameras in the hallways here in this tournament. I'm curious if you've had a chance to check them out and what you think of them.
I did. I was actually staring at one for a minute before my match. I don't know if they recorded that. They did. Well, it's there.